So we begin with problem number 1. We have 6x minus 8 minus 3x plus 4. So the first thing that some people like to do is to identify your like terms. So in this case we only have x to the first power, and we have a 6x and a negative 3x. You always have to look at the sign in front of the term that you're working with. If there's no sign, like in front of the 6x, we assume that it's positive. So 6x minus 3x, and that just gives us 3x. And then we could use a different symbol. Instead of circles, maybe some squares around the negative 8 plus 4. So negative 8 plus 4 is going to be minus 4. And that's all there is to number 1. For number 2, we want to do the same thing, only here we have some decimals as well. So first let's look at our x terms. We have a positive 6x and we have a negative 5.2x. So that's like saying $6 minus $5.20, and that leaves 80 cents. Or in our case it's 0.8x. And then on to the constants, the numbers. We have a plus 2 and we have a minus 7.3. So remember, when you're adding together two numbers with different signs, you take the smaller from the larger, keep the sign of the larger. So 7.3 minus 2 is just 5.3. The larger number has a sign of negative, so that would be negative 5.3. And we're done with number 2. With number 3, we have some distribution to do first. So we have to multiply 2 times x, and that gives us 2x, and then 2 times negative 3, which gives us negative 6, plus 3 times x, which is 3x, and 3 times 4, which is positive 12. At this point we go back to our combining like terms. We have a positive 2x and a positive 3x, which gives us a positive 5x. And then we have a negative 6 and a positive 12, which gives us 6. Negative 6 plus 12, or 12 minus 6, is positive 6. And we're done with number 3. Okay, for number 4, we have to watch out just a little bit here. We're told to subtract negative 2x plus 4 from 7x minus 3. So even though the negative 2x plus 4 comes first, we're actually taking that from 7x minus 3. So we would have to write this then as 7x minus 3, and then subtract from that negative 2x plus 4. So you can see we're taking negative 2x plus 4 from 7x minus 3. Again, the 7x minus 3 has to come first in this case. And then we're going to distribute the negative 1 to everything inside to simplify this. 7x minus 3, that stays the same. A negative times a negative gives us a positive 2x. Negative times a positive gives us a negative 4. And then it's just back to what we were doing previously. We have our x terms, a 7x and a 2x, which give us a 9x. And then we have a negative 3 and a negative 4. Remember, when you add two numbers with the same sign, you add the numbers, keep the sign. So that's just 3 and 4 is 7. Keep the sign, negative 7. And with that, we're done with number 4. And so with number 4, we're done with the first set of problems, which are all about simplifying. Simplifying expressions. We're not talking about solving anything. We don't have equations yet, but we do have expressions that can be simplified mainly by combining like terms together. And so that'll do it for this video. We'll go on to the next set of problems in the next